comes the time. The whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are, because the sun is rising. We're shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery, never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good, but we are blessed by Chukwuka Biafra. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the wind of a tunnel. It will shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are, because the sun is rising. We're shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, green lights be revealing. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the black stripe, black strands crossing grey stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives turn to ashes. When I ponder and reminisce, the actions I see malice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. We go carry the cross together. We walk through to Zion. We stumble, we rise. How the victory was done. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world, because the sun is rising. I see we shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. They would know, they would know, they would know. Keep our light shining. The sun is rising. Oh, wave your flag anywhere you are. Keep our light shining. The sun is rising. Oh, keep our light shining. The sun is rising. Freedom, freedom, yeah. The sun, we are rising.
Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon to some of you, according to where you are watching us from. This is Biafra Television Europe. I remain the fearless IPB evangelist Mazi. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is Nnamdi. Nnamdi is a local government in Oji River Province, Biafra land. I am a BTV presenter. Today is the 12th day of February 2026. BTV is under IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB, and he was abducted from Kenya, was discharged and acquitted by Nigerian Appeal Court, and Nigeria disobeyed, and later they illegally convicted him, sentenced him to life imprisonment, transferred him to Sokoto. But that didn't deter Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have done two illegal moves and actions against IPOB, though they actually use their court, but all are illegal. Prosecution of IPOB through ex parte motion was illegal and unacceptable by any part of the world. Jailing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. though they go through the court, but illegal based on the process, based on unwritten law and the repealed law, the same thing. So these things have failed because none is accepted. But today, we are going to discuss Christian genocide in Nigeria, how it started, and how it was instigated against the Christians in the Christian dominated Eastern Nigeria, because the whole Eastern Nigeria is Christian dominated anyway, though Judeo Christian. But today we are going to tell you how they instigated these things that they are trying to run away from, and again against the Easterners, and how it later extended to the northern Nigeria and the western Nigeria, the Christian genocide. It was not it was not targeted on them at the first, on the north and the west at the first, no. It was all because all of them joined together, both the west, the Yoruba people, both the north, they joined together and carried on Christian genocide against the Christians, dominated Eastern Nigeria, part of Nigeria, the Christian dominated old Eastern Nigeria. These Christians that are passing through Christian genocide by the jihadist Islamists were used to carry on this very genocide on the people of the East. But we will go to know how it was instigated against the Easterners. Yes, always they try to present Igbo, right? But Igbo they use is to hold the other ones hostage and give them the sense that they are not among those they are torturing, but Igbo represents all. In all they are presenting, they always use Igbo. So because Igbo is the key, when you bring them down, others are everything is okay, right? So before we go forward, we have to go to BBC interview on Amadu Bello, the then the Sadana of Sokoto, right? When we hear from him, we will know, and the world will know, how this very Christian genocide was instigated against the eastern part of Nigeria before it later extended to the north, after using the northern Christians and the western Christians on this very mission in the name of one Nigeria. Then it later returned back. So let us get to the point, because we are going to analyze, and it will lead you to what IPOB is doing and what America and is talking about in Nigeria. This very program will lead you to that. So let's listen to Amadu Bello, Sadana of Sokoto.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by Northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with Northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or a permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a Northerner first. If you can't get a Northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of
It may even lead to
all people
bloodshed.
in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but you are, I mean, new to our region, but how many Northerners are employed in the East or in the West? The answer is no. And if there are, there may be 10 laborers employed only in the two regions.
Okay, you can hear it now. You see, this was okay. This is Amadu Bello interview by BBC 1953. How they northernized everything. When he present North, it was a language to convince the Northerners because they call them minority in the North. And you ask them who is the majority. So let's go there. The language Northerner and North is also fraudulent because when he said Northerner first, he was not talking about the indigenous of the North, but just a language convincing the people to believe that they are the ones they are talking about. They are talking about Fulani that will come and occupy the North, take over, conquer the North. That is the Northerner. If you doubt us, go today and see that Fulanis are in power in the North they are talking about. But we are not going on that now. He's talking about Igbo, which is the East. This Amadu Bello stand in condemning a people in a place where they call one Nigeria automatically nullifies the very language one Nigeria. Again, the determination here in his decrees have never changed. This very decision, this very speech gave birth to Biafra genocide. This was where it was instigated from Amadu Bello. To the extent that he said, instead of them to employ an Igbo man, they mean the East. Right? That's why today, I don't want to go there. They mean the East when they mention Igbo. They will not allow them to be in power. They will not allow them to even take position. Even if they work it out, they will not allow them. If they did not see a Northerner, they look for other Nigerian on contract or a white man, a foreigner on contract. What did he mean on contract? Even if you win president, is on contract. Hence, you are not from the North. Go and check them. Right? Now, the white man discovered the obsession. He said, what is this obsession I have seen since I have been here from the North against the Igbos? The man started telling you that Igbo is a tribe that when you allow them to your place, within a while, a short while, or some, they will dominate everywhere, or monopolize. Is it monopolize everywhere or dominate everywhere? The next one is said that even if you employ them as laborer, within a year, they will be the headman of that labor camp. You see, he did not give any reason again of the offenses of this particular region, just posing and instigating hate and condemnation against the Christian dominated eastern Nigeria. Now, this take position in the life of Northerners and they move it to other Nigerians against the people of the East. Though they always front Igbo, but it is against the East. Against the East because the importation in Lagos is also for the whole East, not for Igbo. It is to torture the whole East, not for Igbo. The goods you are supposed to buy 5,000 if it is imported from Calabar or there or Warri. If it is imported from Lagos, it will be 11,000. The same thing to somebody from Akwa Ibom will buy it. The same thing Abia man will buy it. The same thing Enugu will buy it. So it's the same punishment. No embassy in Owerri, no embassy in Enugu, no embassy in Calabar, no embassy in Akwa Ibom, not in Bayelsa, not in Rivers, not even in Delta. So it is the same thing, but they always present Igbo, right? No international airport in those places, no in Enugu, no in Owerri, no, none in Anambra, none in, So it is the same thing, but when they come, they present Igbo. So when this man was talking, he said that he has already sworn go into action, removing people, Igbo people, and putting key Northerners. This was 1952, and the interview was 1953, right? Now, he said that when the man said, when will this thing end? He said, it will not end. It have no end, that it will even lead to bloodshed instead of it to change. Do you understand? Now, let us go and listen again to, after the 1967 genocide, let us listen to what this very speech of Ahmadu Bello, the very, what it gave birth to. What it gave birth to. Because he have already instigated it. There was genocide, 67 to 70. There was genocide of the Biafran people. That is Christian genocide. But let us move again to where they were explaining it, the very coup of 1966, even as the Ahmadu Bello instigated the very genocide through his interview on BBC. Then, when the coup of 1966 took place, for them to hide that they are the one doing it, they target Igbo. Let's just listen to a colonel, the secretary to Arewa Consultative Forum, from the north, a colonel. 2001, we put a panel. Let us see what this very Ahmadu Bello speech gave birth to, and you listen to it, compare to what Ahmadu Bello said. You will now tell us if there is anything that will ever be one Nigeria in existence, or by it is existing by mere word. Just go to this very man, Colonel. Let's listen to him.
Those involved in organizing and execution of the coup were all Igbos.
Yes.
Majors Anufora, Chukuka, Okafo, Ademoyega, and Ifeaduna.
Ademoyega, is he Igbo?
Why is the network?
Ademoyega is from the description.
Is he Igbo?
Yes,
he is Igbo.
Ademoyega.
From,
Please.
let me clarify this.
It's okay.
Let me
Please silence.
clarify this.
Please silence.
Colonel.
When this one was depicted.
Colonel.
Yes, my lord.
Don't mind who put who. You
Yes.
signed it.
Yes.
You are a colonel.
Yes, my lord.
You have read 5 names of military officers.
Yes, my lord.
Did you know them? At all?
Personally, you mean?
As a human being, did you know them in the army?
No.
Did you know them?
No.
You've never met them?
No.
Have you ever heard about them?
Yes.
No. You heard about those 5.
Yes.
And in paragraph 62A of the document you signed as a retired colonel,
Yes, my lord.
you put 5 names.
Yes.
And Ademoyaga is an Igbo. Is that correct?
No.
Thank you.
Welcome to another unforgettable.
That is it. It's okay. We need to go back again, please. It was cracking earlier where the man mentioned Ademo Yoga earlier. We need to go back immediately after that place. We will not go to this very last place now. We need to watch
5
it again.
majors
There was
involved
cracking
in
like
organizing and execution of the coup were all Igbos.
Yes.
Majors Anufora, Chukuka, Okafo, Ademoyaga, and Ifeaduna.
Ademoyaga, is he Igbo?
Ademoyaga is from the description.
Is he Igbo?
Yes,
he is Igbo.
That's all. That's what we want. At the ending, that is it. Thank you. Welcome back. At the ending, you saw when the man asked him again, he now said, no, Ademoyaga, not Igbo. So that is the way Ahmadu Bello have instigated this, that even in this present time, that they had Dokubo, they saw NSAS started in Ureli, ended up in Lagos. But that was what they used to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They had Dokubo said he sent his boys to Imo, to Anambra, to Abia, and they are going after people, killing. But you know, they have never shown us a single person that Dokubo boys killed. All we hear is IPOB ESN, IPOB ESN. That is what Ahmadu Bello instigated. That the army will come to our land and say they want to fight crime, or the same crime they instigated, or they want to make peace where there is peace already. What they will do is to invade our communities, kill people, abduct them, because it is Christian genocide. It have already been instigated by Ahmadu Bello in 1953. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail 2017, and they sent army to go and kill him, though they did not get him but killed 28 men immediately. And Adaku, the cousin sister to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the compound, and came to the main road and other places in Biafra land in the name of Python dance, kill 1,000. Right? Because it is an existing agenda of Christian genocide instigated by Ahmadu Bello, using the Igbo to kill the Eastern dominated, Christian dominated Eastern Nigeria. The killings of IPOB family members on peaceful protests, all of them are killings of Christians instigated by the northern Nigerians against us. We will analyze these things because we want us to go through the videos so that we can catch up and fix up on what we are facing, the Christian genocide. The worst now is that the same people of the East, that the Fulani Caliphate deceived the Northerners in the name of Northerner, a slogan they used to deceive the indigenes of the North. They deceived them and deceived the world, West, Yoruba people. They joined together and carried on this very genocide. The Christians in the north too joined. The Christians in the west joined, and they carried on this genocide because they did not tell them it is Christian genocide. They told them it is one Nigeria. This in the name of one Nigeria, but it was Christian genocide against the people of the East. Now, presently, when these people have thought that they have gotten what they want, they have returned their terror on the people of the North. The Northern Christians, the same people that joined them, are the people that they are taking their lives today. The same thing with Yoruba people, taking their lands, taking their lives, renaming their communities. Same people they deceived to go and kill Christians in the eastern Nigeria. Ojukwu came to a point of saying that these things that cause these things have not been solved. These things so have is still happening, the worst one. We have tried to maintain to be part of Nigeria, but they don't want us. And he ended up saying that the foundation of Nigeria need to be revisited. And that is what IPOB have come to do. They have been calling Nigerian government, call different part of the world, that the very foundation of Nigeria should be revisited through referendum, not to force people, because the Christian genocide will never stop, because foreigners have come to take over Nigeria. Fulani, they deceive the people, they call them minority in the north, they use them to carry on genocide, and today they have almost wiped out the Christians in the north, which is to say, there is no one Nigeria existing. It's just a mere fraudulent word of desolating the lands of the very indigenous, and taking over their land in the name of one Nigeria. That is why in Nigeria, Fulani people is not ruled by Nigerian law. Fulani people, nothing, you cannot use Nigerian police or army or any law enforcement under Nigerian constitution to go for them. It doesn't work because they are running a republic that Sharia law guides them. Though they use the name of not to establish Sharia law, that is a law they have established to use to exterminate in a religious way, and also coming with genocide in the name of herdsmen and terrorists, Boko Haram and all this. But the same people doing this because they controls them. Now, you will hear from Ojuku that this thing cannot be solved until the foundation is revisited. So, on the process of calling for the revisitation of this very foundation, Nigeria started killing IPOB members, killing everybody that talk about Biafra, which is the banner that we are using to shed ourselves from the very corrupt and the non-existing one Nigeria, which they have been including us for years, but do not want us in it. So the very Biafra we are asking for is not to force people out of Nigeria. It have existed before, but we have to revisit the One Nigeria Foundation. Today, on the process of this, the USA have discovered that genocide is going on in Nigeria against the Christians. which was the offense of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. That we cannot be in a country where they will be killing us. Anything about killing will be the subject. Demolition of properties, it is us. Anything, we are going to face it. Hatred, um, allegations, blackmailing of any kind, we must be the people that they will channel it on. They have killed many. Hope of them have launched different more than seven security exercises in Imo. They have killed, but they never showed us where they dumped their dead bodies. Dokubo did not show us where he dumped his dead bodies. Ibubagu did not show us. DSS did not show us. But they went to where they threw these dead bodies together and video it and start telling you it is agitators that did it. And you begin to ask them, can you show us a criminal gang that have the power to be killing people, throwing them in one location for years? It doesn't happen. It is only the security agencies, the state actors that have the power, the authority, and the whole time to be taking their dead bodies to one location. They have the time. It doesn't matter how criminal equipped and come to your house. It doesn't matter their weapons. That is why it doesn't matter what armed robber is carrying. They must leave that location where they robbed. They cannot sleep and occupy. Do you understand? So how do you say that you gather, you go, that people was killing people, non-state actors killing and throwing dead bodies there, and corpses are there, right? And you that have the authority to do so, where did you throw your own? Just to blackmail, because Ahmadu Bello have laid the foundation. That's why Ensas of Lagos, Ugeli and Lagos, is used to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us listen to our Eternal General, Odumegwu Ojukwu, and see what he have to say about the very what IPOB is saying today, and see if we are getting it wrong. All right, let's listen.
Tried to live a Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us.
We have tried.
We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Are you getting it? We have tried to live this very Nigeria that they said was created, but it's not working, because a decree or decrees have been made that such cannot happen. And that is why when they started this thing with us, the other part of the Nigeria don't know that it will reverse to them. Or they convince them that we are the problem. So if they deal with us, then Nigeria will be all for them. But today, even the Gowan that they use, they are crying in their community. Even Obasanjo, all of them, their communities are running. Buhari is from Katsina, a Fulani man, but Fulanis are taking indigenous of Katsinas. The same thing in Kanu, the same thing in Kaduna, the same thing everywhere. You go to Benue, the same thing, because you have joined. They convinced them to join them to carry on Christian genocide against the people of the East. Today they have reversed it on them, but this is what IPOB was fighting: the Christian genocide, not of the East, but of the North and the West. Christian genocide. IPOB have written to US government before 2018, 2019, right? IPOB have also called for Nigerians to rise up on the jihadists that have been calling through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, on Radio Biafra, severally. Part of the main persecution IPOB is facing is that they put to stop to Fulani agenda by frustrating them through exposition that Fulani do no longer have patience than to ignite their very agenda to the sin of all. But they were trying to do it in disguise that nobody will know the agenda. But IPOB exposed this, and this is a fight against Christian genocide. Though they convinced the other Nigerians to fight IPOB, even in our good works, they joined together to jail the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, who have been exposing this very agenda from onset. Today, everybody is facing the pains. But IPOB is calling that people of Nigeria should not be abandoned by the world because the British have set up all these things and handed power over to people that are willing to give nothing than death to the citizen because they have no other choice. After failing, they have to kill to remain in power because they will always put the owners of the land in fear so that they can be ruling. They don't want people to relax. Don't want you to be comfortable. They don't want you to be doing well because if you relax, you remember what they are doing to you. So everybody is conscious of security conscious. Everybody is fear. Everybody is in fear, seeing everything that things will happen at any time. This is a setup of those that Nigeria have been handed over to because if they allow you to relax, you can never get yourself. That's why we call for disintegration of Nigeria, that people should go back and manage themselves so that if these people carry on this very Christian genocide, they will end up dealing with themselves. Then those Christians that have been freed will now rise up to fight and defend the very other people that they are carrying their genocide on. So, as at this very point in time, we'll be opening our line, for a few calls because of our time here. The program will not be so long, but we want our people to contribute in this very program because people should understand that we know what we are doing. That's why the Nigerian state don't want people to hear our voice because the way we understand what we are doing is not what they expected from us. They don't want us to understand what we are doing. They wanted us to be um to this in the situation that they will be giving us agenda and directing us on what we are doing, but it is not so. So the number to call is still our number +358 466 156 849. I repeat, +358 466 156 849. This is a battle that IPOB have been in for long. We guide our people and say, this is what is coming. We go to Nigerians and tell them, this is what is coming to you. They started killing IPOB. The citizens joined the government and supported them against IPOB that raised alarm over government plan. And that does not stop IPOB. Till today, we are defending every Nigerians on Christian genocide. We are also defending Muslims in the genocide because the very the Muslims victims of the genocide because there are other Muslims that these very jihadist Fulani do not want to see in the north also, not the whole Muslim, because Fulani herdsmen that are killing people are also Muslims, but they are not falling victim. Rather, they are taking the life of other people that they see as partial Muslims. So, what we are presenting today is for people to be free from this very planned jihadists. International community should come and free people, set them free. Those that want to be running Sharia law where they can be dealt with by themselves, then they can continue with their Sharia law. But we cannot be in a country where they call it secular state and Sharia law in the constitution supersedes the very secular state law, the law. So we cannot continue with that because we are human beings who have the right to self-determination. We have followed the proceedings of self-determination and we have maintained it. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is convicted without any reason than executive power, because we IPOB have maintained self-determination. We did not go into armed struggle but self-determination approach. We have been provoked, but we refuse to be provoked. We have been attacked, but we refuse to be provoked. Though it was provocative, but we wait for the normal time. Our matters must be heard, irrespective of who is trying to hide us or hide our leader of any kind, either through judiciary or through blackmailing of any kind. You cannot hide us. You cannot hide Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader. You cannot hide our agitation. It is in the open. The Christian genocide must stop because people are human beings. We have a caller. We have a caller. The first caller in this very program. We have come to you. This is Biafra Television Europe. Good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Madam Abuchi. Are you hearing me well?
Very clear. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. No, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, we thank you for your job. My name is Ifan Chumadabuchi, and I'm reaching you for the
Will they allow us this night na call? Why? 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 We continue. You have to call us back. I don't know what is the problem there. Call us back. I don't know what is happening there. Right? But we continue. Why is the network stopping our calls? So the number remains the same. This is Biafra Television Europe. Today is the 12th day of February 2026. How they instigated Christian genocide against the people of the East, which is Christian dominated Eastern Nigeria, 1967 to 70, and later extended it to the North and the West. Today, IPOB is calling for the freedom of all, even those that they were deceived. The Fulani Caliphate deceived and brought together to carry on genocide against the Easterners. We call for their freedom. We have attracted the USA to come for the rescue of innocent people Go ahead. The caller, thank you for calling back. Go ahead. This is Biafra Television Hero.
Thank you, my brother. Like I said, my name is Stefan Chukwumachi, and I'm reaching from the Netherlands. Thank you for your work, my brother. What I want to say to our listeners is based on what you've presented. This is our fact that even on the day of the month of independence. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. On the month of independence, so-called, on the month Nigeria had their flag independent. They had their flag independent on 1st of October. On the 12th of October, this same Ahmad Bello, the Sadama of Sokoto, went to one parrot newspaper and said that the new country, Nigeria, is an estate of their great-grandfather, Ottoman Danfodio. That they will never allow the change of power in Nigeria. They will use the middle belt of Nigeria, that they will use as willing tools, and they will use the South as conquer the territory. They will never allow us to rule over them, and they will never allow us to have control over our destiny. Tell me what hatred is more than this. This is hardcore, pure hatred. And now, it extends from then till now, until the so-called civil war, the genocidal war in Biafra. It was a very calculated war to, displace the Igbos or the Biafrans, not Igbos, pardon me, but I mean in their lexicon is Igbos, but it is the people from the East who were the first to be educated, who were in the civil service, in parastatus, in armed forces, every walk of life. They wanted to dislodge Biafrans. So they engineered this war, and the people tend to forget that the coup, the January 15, 1966 coup that Nzogu led was a preemptive coup d'etat, because Ahmad Bello and Tafawa Balewa and their government were planning a coup on the 17th of January 1966. So, but because Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogu was the chief, the head of military intelligence, they knew what Ahmad Bello was planning. That's why they made their coup, and that's why Bello and Balewa were killed. Now, when they made their coup, the counter coup, now they purged the whole military officers in the rank and file of Nigerian army that are from the east. So they killed, and then the killing sprung over to the civilians, massacre all over the north. They saw some 700,000, some say more or less. But the point here is that the hatred, the idea of Nigeria was a British brainchild, British construct. And the saddest thing and the evil thing is that seeing that the place is not working, Britain is not helping matters to say, okay, in the article of amalgamation written by Frederick Lugard, they put in there the Governor General of the Union in that time. They put in the article of amalgamation that after 100 years, each component member of that union can go away, because even that Lugard one, he said also that this country we are making is like oil and water that can never mix. They know. And now, coming to our own era, the hatred of the people from the East, even after the war, there is no reason. I'm waiting for somebody for one Nigerianist. We are waiting for them to set us straight. What is the reason for one Nigeria? What is going on for Nigeria that will make you say, okay, let's manage it? What is that? Going from 1970, Because if you say 1966, they say you are still bitter because of the Civil War or the genocidal war. Now, from that 1970 to date, everything Fulani have been doing is to secretly, subtly capture Nigeria. They have captured Nigeria. Now, that's why another thing you said during your presentation is that the law of Nigeria does not apply to the Fulani. They've taken over everything in government, and I want one Nigerianist and even Biafrans who are listening to us, go and ask yourself, when they created new currency after using shillings and pence, and they wanted to create the one which was supposed to be indigenous currency called Naira, why is the name Naira? What is the meaning? Where is it from? Some say that it means never allow Igbos rule again. Whether it's true or not, it is a fact of our lives. Since 1970 today, no Igbo have ruled Nigeria. Is it a lie? So what we are telling our people is that they don't want us in the union, and we have to make it plain to our people and to people of goodwill and even our foreign friends that trying to patch Nigeria to make it work, to make the state police and that, it is medicine after death. Nigeria has no inclination to work because the hatred and the divergent value system, if you put hatred apart, the divergent value system of republicanism and democracy in the East, and you have feudalism in the North, then you have a monarchical system in the West. How can this be a country? How can you bring Saudi Arabia, you bring Pakistan, then you bring Texas or United States, merge them together, say, okay, go and form a country. How can that country work? Which value system will be overarching in that union? And that means you are sowing chaos that will never subside. And it is intentional chaos. Why is it intentional chaos? Well, Nigeria is useless and killing and looting and aristocracy and the kleptocracy. Those who are looting the country dry, they don't bat eyelid. They don't care. It is a good way for them to be taken because people have been emasculated. People have been dehumanized. People are just living hour to hour, day to day. They don't have time to think nor to plan about what is happening to them and what to do about it. But this is why we have the indigenous people of Biafra. We refuse. We are a free folk from creation. We refuse, and I have never been a slave to any people, and we will never be a slave to any people. Talk less of the Fulani, who are not even Nigerians. They are JJC in Nigeria, but they want to take our place. And we, the IPOB, we swear we will never allow it to happen. So, what I'm telling our people, anybody who doesn't know now that Nigeria hates us, I say sorry to you. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB has opened the eye of our people, the ears of our people who want to hear. Don't say you don't know where what they are doing, you don't trust them. If you don't trust them, when Fulani come to your domot with their AK-47, you will trust the Fulani now. The Mari here. So what we must do, I want to give place for others to speak. What we must do, my people, forget their gaslighting, telling you that people don't love themselves. They lie. No other people love each other than people from the East. Because when we talk about, we share values from Edison or Ibibio, Efik, Urobo, Isoko, all this, we are even Idoma and the Gala. We share the same value system and we love you and help each other. No other ethnic nationality or region do what we do in the East. We take care of our own, even in death, because we love life so much. So when they tell you you are after money, ask them, who stole 400 billion, British pounds from Nigeria from one source from a very short time, and who stole 210 trillion naira. And when they answer you this, then you tell them what is the portion of the Eastern people there. If one in Ngige, they say he gave a contract, Chris Ngige gave a contract of 2.5 billion, and they said he manipulated the contract. But some people are accused of having stolen 124 billion naira. They're working free and making campaign. Go and figure this out. Go and imagine this. Go and tell me, is it the same law that is against the one, is against the other? And then you come to the case of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like you said, the court have freed him. The appeal court freed him. And the Supreme Court said that bringing him from Kenya is against the law. Extraordinary than kidnap and extraordinary rendition is international and domestic crime. Now, why and how can Nigeria try a person they kidnapped and extraordinary rendition committing both crimes, which, takes away the jurisdiction of the crime from Nigeria? And secondly, the so-called crime of broadcasting in Radio Biafra, where was it done? In London. So how and who gave Nigeria jurisdiction to try somebody for a crime committed in London? So these are what we're to justify and confirm what you're saying, that the law of Nigeria, we are being persecuted, the law is not being followed. Even if when the law justify us and free us, the government will hold us. So tell me why a person who is flying flag, whose followers are flying flag, is jailed for life in Sokoto State, while criminals, terrorists, jihadists who clean Nigerians en masse are free, are being freed, are being called repentant, they are being settled. My people, there is no argument anybody can give you to tell you to support Nigeria. So let's support our leadership, the director of state. I must always continue to say this, because those are our leadership that we see, that we can communicate with. And let's support the Eastern Security Network, and let's join hands and restore Biafra. God bless Biafra.
Thank you, Maz. Thank you. So we continue. That is it. When you come to Nigeria, you ask yourself, why is it that Nigerian law is not used on Fulani? You can't use it on them. Go and ask Shegumi. Go and ask the parents of Deborah. And we have a caller, and we have come to you, the caller.
Brother,
go ahead. Good evening from here. This is Biafra Television Hero. Thank you. Welcome to the program.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, my friend.
Udodi. Thank you.
Okay. I have some number, Anna.
Okay.
I'm on topic creator, but
the topic is how Ahmadu Bello, through his speech, instigated the very Christian genocide on the people of the Christian-dominated Eastern Nigeria, 67 to 70, which extended till now and later moved to the Northern Christians and Yoruba Christians. So that is why actually what IPOB have come to stop and free ourselves, because in the name of Nigeria, it will still continue. So we are happy that the attention of the international community have come. So it's all about Christian genocide. It will never stop in the name of one Nigeria unless people go their separate way. So give us your contributions. Thank you.
My brother Matabuchi, my contribution is this. Apart from Ndiwani, yes, apart from the eastern part of Nigeria, any other person from Nigeria, Hausa, Yoruba, Middle Belt, they are very dangerous.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
They are very, very dangerous people, especially in the Europe. Mm? Do you know that here Buhari Merela? Hello?
Hello, go ahead. I hope you can go ahead with English. The word is listening.
Okay. Yeah. What this do you know that the Yorubas, the Hausas, they are not regretting of electing Tinubu. Let us know it. Are they suffering? Yes. But are they regretting it? They are not. So if the Yorubas will be single-handedly agreed that Jonathan must go and they removed him, they are not regretting what is happening to them. It's like a kid during Jonathan. They are not getting it. So we should know that very well. We should know that very well. And then there is something I want to say. My brother, you see, this our sister, Madam Neka, Madam Neka, Chukwu gozere nwanyị ya. Ebe ọbụla nwanyị a na-anọ na Chukwu gozie ya. Enwere ihe nwanyị ha kwuru taa na Facebook. And ọ rụtụrụ aka na Emma Powerful ewefurụla. Rụrụkwa aka na ụmụnne onye isi anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The way what they are doing, and what they are doing. So what we are saying is this. Thank God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for that. We thank God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out and conscientized our Igbo people. Without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, by now our place would have been like middle belt. So what we are seeing and experiencing in Nigeria today, it will not stop. It will not stop. It will continue. The only thing that will stop it is either regional government or separation. But to stop, it will not, because this thing has been. And thank God for the leaders in Igbo land. No matter in Igbo, we are very weak. We are not politically wise, but God in His infinite mercy keeps sustaining us. God sent us to Ojukwu, and Ojukwu, had it been that Ojukwu did not fight that war, but now we will not have a place. And it mean that God didn't give us Nnamdi Kanu, by now, Fulanis, they will have taken our place. So, what I am saying is that the issue of Islamization, the issue of taking our land, it has been here in a long time. It's only God from time to time is saving us. He's saving us. And because Mazi, I hear some Chalikuna about 1 year about Madam Chimezi or Neka Chimezi, because 1 year need the protection. 1 year need the protection. Ihe ọzọ abụrụkwa bụ na onye isi anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ya wụsị nwere onye nwere ike ịga na prison. Ya nwere onye ịgatụ na prison, gbakwa ihe ndị emeghe onye wụ ezigbo mmadụ. Edekọta nwunye ya dị, nwunye Nnamdi Kanu dị, gatụ na prison, gbakwa ihe emeghe ọ ga-adị mma. Alonye ma akọ,
Mazi, don't join those things with the program. Don't.
Okay. Nnam.
Thank you. Don't go there.
Okay. But Mazi, I'm sure you could genocide in Nigeria. The point I'm trying to make is that genocide in Nigeria will never stop.
Yes.
The only thing will stop it is IPOB in our place. The only thing that will stop it is this disintegration of Nigeria. The only thing that will stop it is either regional government. Mazi Bukuk, another thing that you're Igbo, ekwupụrụ m here last time me na ya kwuru na radio.
Okay.
Nna say na this time enwere otu political system Nigeria ji abịalado. Enwere otu si adịko change do nwale obere obere. So ya rụkwasị a ga-ejiri nwayọ were ndị otu mee ihe achọghị ịkpa ahụ were ha fajuche ebe niile. Ọ dịkwa mma, ọ dịkwa ama mma. Chukwu gọzie gị.
Udo dị Mazi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
God bless you.
Thank you. So that is it. We lost good leaders, though they can never finish. People with good intention, but the good ones voluntarily in 1971 withdrew when Nigeria presented their new face, that you must deny your identity before you get job, Igbo identity, you must hate your people, you must contribute in the punishment of Igbo, you must agree with them with the new face of Nigeria, with the lie of rehabilitation, reconstruction, and reconciliation that will never exist. So our good leaders withdraw, and that is why we get people like Ojozo and Co today, because the good ones, may push themselves to make way, but the very foundation stopped them. He ended up on vice, and the vice, because of was a vice president, and the Chubu Akadibo was special advisor to Mr. President Alhaji Shehu Shagari on political matters. You know, they were overthrown. Shagari was overthrown not because of Shagari, but because of these two people who are in the government, and Ojukwu returned from Ivory Coast. So the Northerners was automatically seeing Ojukwu as somebody who will be getting information completely of what is happening in power. Automatically that Ojukwu is now ruling as he returned from Ivory Coast. So seeing Ekwueme as vice to Shagari and seeing Okadibo as special advisor to Mr. President on political matters and special duties, that was a reason they sent Buhari to overthrow Shagari. It was just to take the position of the North. So our people have seen that Nigeria is not for us, but you can do nothing than see criminals who will force themselves on the politics and also entice the good ones to join them. So they will be using the faces of the good ones to run their criminality, because they knew that they have no face. So to run their criminality, they present the good ones and use them to pass through others. That is what we are facing. Today, we have lost all the good leaders. The good ones now are being intimidated by the bad ones that have been sponsored by the center government, which is run by the North. So that's why these same people of Nigeria who hated us, we are demanding for many things. They will tell you that Igbo hate themselves. The same people that denied us seaport, denied us international presence, which is what is it called? Embassy, denied us so many foreign companies, because Nigeria will give you a location where you build your company. Nigeria will approve international airport, approve seaport. These things was denied from them, and they tell you Igbo hate themselves. But the little experiment we can do now is, why is it that the North that love themselves have nothing to give to the Northerners, as they claim? Because as we can see, the North have ruled Nigeria for 46 years. And out of 65 or 66 years now, they rule 46. And Igbos have not ruled. And the most poor in Nigeria is the North. The highest number of beggars is from the North. Those going through deadly diseases is from the North. The highest number of illiterates is from the North. And the region that have been overrun by terrorism is North. Now, North have produced different military generals, head of police, head of Air Force, all these things, and presidents. Upon that, they could not be able to give the North security. People that have T.Y. Danjuma, Gowon, Absalami Abubakar, Babangida, Buhari, all the rest of them, they could not be able to save the North. But they know how to carry on genocide of 3 years, and they brought a land and sea blockade. But today, they cannot solve it in the North. Now, where is their love to the Northerners? Then look at the people they gave 20 pounds, was able to manage themselves, rebuild their houses, rebuild their communities, established markets in different parts of Nigeria and in different parts of West Africa. And if they don't love themselves, how can they manage themselves and survive with 20 pounds? If not, when you have, you give to your brother. Is that not how we grew? And still growing in markets. If we can be managing ourselves, we are the driver, we are the conductor, we are the owner of the motor, we are the offloaders, we are the retailers, we are the wholesalers, we are the consumers, we are the distributors, we are all the owners of the shop. We are the landlord. We are the tenants. We manage ourselves in everywhere we are, both in our land, both in the north, both in Yoruba land. You come to the market. We are the people filled there. We manage ourselves. The goods will come back. We share it among ourselves. When you sell, you return money to the owner and he will go back. Tell me people that hate themselves and was able to grow with 20 pounds just to weaken you. They hate themselves. What is the love of the northerner? You call a northerner that is polishing shoe, give him one pair of shoe, he'll polish one, give him brother one, and they'll polish it and share the 50 naira, 25 naira. Is that love? It's not love. It is called poverty mentality, because they have no problem to solve. They have no responsibilities. These are people who don't know where their children are. You don't compare them with the people, Igbo or Biafran, who have responsibilities both in the in-laws place, both in your community, both in your working place, both in the place you are living. You have responsibilities over your children, over in your in-laws place, responsibilities. When you give us the two shoes, we'll polish the one pair, and ask you if you have another one. Because we know where our children are. Because we send our children to school. We are the people that go to the village and pick somebody, bring him to the township, even the person that the parents died, teach him what we are doing, even after some years, settle the person, open a shop for him, on his own. A northerner that said they love themselves can never settle somebody. You serve Alhaji, your children will serve Alhaji, your children will serve Alhaji. Where is their love? The Yoruba people are in power, but Fulani is taking their land. Why can't Tinubu show them love? Where is their love? You look at people who is managing themselves in their community, rebuild our markets that was bombarded by the government, rebuild our school, even build police stations in our communities. We built churches, we built everything, built markets. You are telling us about love. We are still building tomorrow, built bridges, put electricity in our land, still doing. Then occupy markets in different part of Nigeria, manage ourselves inside, argue, have village meetings, have community meetings in your state, have market union in your state, rule ourselves, control ourselves, do election by ourselves, and continue. And you are telling us you have love. We don't have love. That is something they have set up that they use to convince some people. If we analyze the love of the northerner, you see that the north is useless. If not love themselves, why is it that they are the people that is suffering in Nigeria, but they are the number one citizens? They don't love themselves. Or should a northerner that is hungry should go and start scratching the structure of Asorok and start eating it? If you want to tell me that they have Asorok, they have Abuja, let him go and eat it. Let him go and eat the international airport of Kanu. Go and eat the international airport of Abuja, so that you will be okay. They gave you international airport, they keep you hungry. They gave you terrorists to wipe your community away. And you tell me you have love. Where is your love? That is what we are asking. So Nigeria will never work as far as it is not working for the North. If Nigeria should work, look at the life of the Northerners, because Nigeria was created because the North is too poor, according to Lugard. And today, the North is still too poor. 112 years heading to 12 years now. 112 years. The North is still too poor. The North have no security. The North is hungry. The North is very sick, going through deadly diseases. The North is illiterate. So, if the North have not survived, will other tribes survive in Nigeria? The answer is no. Now, the same North that is in power have overrun the same North with terrorism, killing the same northern Nigerians that are citizens. And they use the name of North to kill northerners, the name of jihad, in the name of this. And you tell me they have love. You have love, you gave them Boko Haram. You have love, you gave them ISIL. You have love, you gave them Fulani herdsmen. You never solved their problem. You never arrested or go after those that are killing them because you instigated it against them. And that is the love of Babangida. That is the love of Absalami. That is the love of Shetima, to give them Boko Haram, to give them Fulani herdsmen, to give them terrorism. And you compare it with us. This is Biafra Television Europe. So we are approaching. Hope our people are watching. We continue. We are almost to the end of the program. Few minutes remaining. The program will end by 10. So that is it. Nigeria needs to be disintegrated. Anybody that want to continue with the very fraudulent can continue. But as for us, the people of the East, we demand for Biafra through referendum. Let our people decide on their continued enslavement in Nigeria or their freedom. What we seek is 60% of voting. Let Nigeria take 40, then Biafra is restored. We don't want to force people that are enjoying Nigeria because they are from the East. We want to force them out of Nigeria. No. Your duty is to vote for your Nigeria. If we want to continue with Nigeria, we have to redecide our existence in Nigeria. Not with the old statute that does not exist. Not with what Amadu Bello said, that Igbos should not be allowed, should not be employed, should not be allowed. We can't continue with such Nigeria. Not a Nigeria that Amadu Bello said, instead of Igbo man to be employed, they will, if they did not see a northerner and did not see other Nigeria, they will employ a foreigner in Nigeria. It is not such Nigeria. We cannot continue. We have to renew it if we can continue with the referendum. But apart from referendum, the Nigeria will not work. You are trying to cover up the very mess called Nigeria. We will be exposing it because Nigeria will be doing what we used to expose it. The Christian genocide is not by IPOB, it is by Nigerian state, and we have to expose it. The Fulani herdsmen is not by IPOB, it is by Nigerian government, and we have to expose it. So the things we are using is provided by the Nigerian state, and it will never stop. That is why we say allow people that want to be in a place where they are running Sharia to continue in their to have a republic which they have established, but hiding it under one Nigeria. This is a constitution and a republic that killed Deborah. The Sharia Republic of Nigeria killed Deborah. And Deborah challenged them with the Nigerian constitution and asked, why are you posting this thing here? Right? And the Sharia law called Deborah blasphemy. She blasphemed Muhammad or Islam. So the Sharia law supersedes the Nigerian constitution, and the Sharia law sentenced Deborah to death, and they stoned her to death. This is somebody that was standing on the constitution of their land without knowing that the very attached constitution supersedes the main constitution. That they are running a republic inside a republic. This is a constitution that guides Sheikh Gumi, a constitution that warrants any Nigerian president. Before you decide on Fulani, you must invite or speak with Sultan of Sokoto. This constitution shows that Sultan is a president. But when they want to take over your land in Nigeria, the Fulani man will present one Nigeria. Hey, is there no? We have constitution in this country, but for Fulani to invade your land and take over your land, the constitution will be hidden. But when the constitution will be open, but when you want to uh, present the very Nigerian constitution that says you have the freedom of worship, so no, Fulani will tell you it is a hate speech. Freedom of association is hate speech. It is terrorism. But if they want to take your land, they tell you that the Nigerian constitution guaranteeing everybody to move from any place to any part of Nigeria that is a Nigerian citizen. That is to take your land. That is language of Sultan. But if Fulani kill you, they tell you, no, this is one Nigeria where we are going to get it better because they are advancing, having gotten, they are targeting to get only 78% of Nigeria. They will strike. They will let the whole Nigeria know that what they are running as a republic is useless for long. But they hide this republic under one Nigeria. In their attitude and the way they are running Sharia in different states in the north, it will give you a result that the for the purpose of running the Sharia is running a republic. The Sharia is not in a state, not in two, not in three, not in four, not in five, not in six states, not in 10. That is to say, automatically the North is running a republic. They have the power to cut people's hand, pluck out their ear, their eyes, cut their legs, decide on them, jail them on their own, lock them inside cell on their own, imprison them, jail them with their constitution. There is no other people that have such in the whole Nigeria. Now, you can see Nigerian army and police escort the northern government officials to go and see their foot soldiers, terrorists, negotiate with them, give them money. Do you understand? Because the Nigerian securities are under the very Sharia law, controlled by Sharia commanders. Do you understand? Because if Sheikh Gumi is not protected by Sharia law, you cannot see Nigerian army saluting Sheikh Gumi. You cannot see them leading them. You cannot see Sheikh Gumi army standing behind him, police standing behind him wherever he is. When they visit terrorists to give them money, army will stand behind because the Nigerian army logo is a logo of conquerors. That is to say, the Republic of Sharia they are running is greater than the Nigerian Republic. That is why they control the Nigerian Republic through Sultan of Sokoto. You can see Gumi directed Nigeria to go for Turkey. All these things they are sending them is what they are securing for the Sharia Republic. But when they are going, they use the name of Nigeria to go. They engage Nigeria, they have a tie with Turkey. But this is Islam, Sharia, using the name of Nigeria to go and have tie, you know. Because the Nigeria is just a symbol they will present while they are running their Republic of Sharia. So that is what we are saying that Nigeria will not work in a country where you are told of secular state, they are running another republic inside it. That very constitution can call terrorists repentant. The Sharia authority will not jail a Fulani herdsman, will never stand a Fulani herdsman and try him or her, him. Do you understand? Because they knew they are greater than every other Nigerians. They knew that they are just managing you for the meantime. They knew that every Nigerians are not owners of the land, according to Amadu Bello. Do you understand? So that is what we are calling people and say, the Nigeria you are hoping on to survive, have they not survived, which is the number one citizen? Have the West Yoruba survived? No, they are still in power. They are crying. Osibanjo just left power. Yoruba is crying. Obasanjo ruled. Yoruba is still crying. They are losing their communities now, which is to say, tribal presidents have nothing to give birth to. in your tribe, because there is a government that is ruling Nigeria that will supersede the authority of your brother that is president of Nigeria. It doesn't matter who he is. It doesn't matter what Tinubu will act. He is is under contract. That's what Ahmadu Bello said. Under contract. Under contract. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter how you claim to cover up and say, I am giving order. It is under contract. You are serving Fulani, whether elected or not. That's what Ahmadu Bello said. It must be not an affair. For another tribe to be doing it, when they look for another tribe, you say it's under contract, you know? And they always do this to quench some tensions. Not that they love that tribe. No. Because that tribe, your brother that is president can never save you. You say that he's just a president of Nigeria, but have no power to save his people. That is the situation we are in. And that is why IPOB is standing firm. We have died in saying this. We have died in fighting for this. And we'll continue to do so, because those that are dying for Nigeria today did not call for freedom. So it is better we die by calling for freedom, because everybody is designed to die. As far as Nigeria is concerned, no citizen is free. Every citizen is a condemned criminal that can be killed by civil defense, by the army, by the police, by local government chairman. Give order, you be killed. Governor will give order, you be killed. Senator will give order, you be killed, And road safety will cause accident. Custom will cause accident. Army will cause accident on the road. Police will cause accident. You will die. Fulani herdsmen will invade your community. You will die. So many things will happen. Then that is to say that you are a condemned criminal, because when Boko Haram kill you, they will release them and they make budget of billions and put them in flight and go and dine with them. President will dine with terrorists, That is to tell you that you are not citizen, because the terrorists are the citizens. So that is where we are bringing this very program to an end. Don't forget that you are with us on Biafra Television Europe. And at this very moment, the program have come to an end. From me, from here, it is good night. Technical director.
The bricks. Sunday. Oh na 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 na. Watch it out. Watch me far away, see me far away, Shabada. Tell me what you saw, I will show you what I have, because I have myself. Oh, them think say na defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, so go learn to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of sober than you. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I am. Kind of sober than you. Ohaneze Ndigo, how na day? I don't come to speak my mind with no delay. Let them know say una eyes clear about the way. Watch out, many things they happen in that country you dey. So, some people trouble upon people every day. Even when you dey, you go talk say you know dey. I need to understand why this one about. I need to understand why this truth apart. The promise that we got and nationalize. The promise we will live and no complaint. Somebody watch me far away. Watch me far away. See me far away. See me far away. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have.